Howdy, friends. Welcome to another episode of Nash Trash with our good friend Debbie Reynolds. Debbie, what's going on in Big D?
Well, sitting here enjoying a lovely glass of wine and
There you
thinking
go.
about the awards ceremony tonight. It's been a rough year for award ceremonies, and
Sure.
this usually is the ACM Awards, Academy of Country Music, usually has their awards program in April. And several years in Las Vegas, but this year is going to be a first in Nashville. First time in history they're doing it in Nashville.
It seems like they always should have done it in Nashville.
Well, 55 years, you think they would have been home, but now they're home to Nashville. And it's going to be an interesting show tonight, 7 p.m. Central Time on CBS. But they're going to be broadcasting from 3 different locations. The
Okay.
Grand Ole Opry House, the Ryman Auditorium, and one of my favorite places, the Bluebird Cafe.
There you go. I've seen it from the outside. I've never been inside.
I attended a guitar pull many years ago at the Bluebird Cafe, and I was amazed at how wonderful it was.
Yeah.
But it's
I'd
going to
like
be a
to
good
attend.
awards ceremony. They've given some of the awards out already, but most of the big ones are still out there. And we have Keith Urban, who is hosting for the very first time.
Seems like you would have done this before too.
Well, Reba did it 15 years.
Yeah, but
And
she's
so
but
she
she's perfect
wasn't
for
gonna,
this.
it is her element there, but she didn't move over many times. But I got to wondering, who has won the most ACM awards ever? And who do you think that is? Well, I'm even not going to let you guess. It's Miranda Lambert with 32 total awards.
I think I would have gone with Garth Brooks. I mean,
Well, I thought so
he
too.
certainly
But
has got a lot of everything.
he's got the most Entertainer of the Year awards. He's had 6 Entertainer of the Year awards. And of course, many awards, but what I find interesting is the ones who've won the Decade of the Year award, because they started in 55 years ago. This is the 55th. And every 9, so like 69, 79, 89, and so on, they give a Decade of the Year award. First one went to Marty Robbins, then Loretta Lynn in
Well
the
deserved.
80s. In the 80s, Alabama. In the 90s, Garth Brooks. Of course, the 2000s, I would have given it to George Strait too. And then the final one that was given last year to Jason Aldean.
Every one of those artists is certainly well deserving, and they certainly are artists of the decade. I mean,
Absolutely.
but I Marty Robbins, that goes back a long ways. He was something else.
He was the first one to get it in 1969. But they also have an award they call the Triple Crown, which means that sometime in the history you won male vocalist, female vocalist, or duo or group. You also won Best New Artist or Duo or Group, and you won Entertainer of the Year. And I was very surprised to find out that only 7 artists have won the Triple Crown. In all of these years, only 7. And that would be Kenny Chesney, Merle Haggard, Mickey Gilley,
Wow.
Barbara Mandrell,
Well,
your friend Brooks and Dunn,
Brooks and Dunn, yeah.
Carrie Underwood, and Jason Aldean. Those are the only 7 who've won all 3 of those awards sometime in the history of the ACMs.
Well, I'm surprised that country music would think of their older, I don't know how old he was at the time, but their older country artists, as I wish they did think of them more often, but they don't seem to do that. And the fact that Merle Haggard was there, that's really great.
He won this Triple Crown. He got it, I believe it was 2010, and Mickey Gilley in recent years as well. Yeah. Because I guess it took them that long to get one of those awards in there. It's just amazing they have so many awards and they've done it for so many years, but these distinctions are only for a few, just
Sure,
a few of them
sure.
have attained that.
Well, every one of those, Kenny Chesney, Merle Haggard, Mickey Gilley, Barbara Mandrell, Brooks and Dunn, Carrie Underwood, everybody is just, they're all phenomenal artists.
And Jason Aldean.
And Jason Aldean, well, yeah, okay. For your sake, I'll say, yeah, him too. No, he's a fine artist. But, I kind of lean toward classic country, and you kind of lean toward newer country. But, I'm glad to see Merle Haggard, Mickey Gilley, Barbara Mandrell. I mean, those artists need to be remembered. And I think that in the new country music, sometimes they get forgotten. I mean, when George Strait can't get a song on the radio, something is wrong.
Yeah. You lean toward leather and leather, what are they, like those tassels and things like that. And I lean more toward the sequins.
I was going to say, I wondered where you were going with the leather, but that's okay.
Yeah, because the original country artist of 50 and 60 years ago, they had the hats and the leather jackets and all, and nowadays it's all
nudie suits,
tank tops and sequins.
Yeah. Well, remember all the nudie suits? Those were pretty sequined up.
I also wanted to kind of make sure that you watch tonight, because we kind of differ on some of our predictions. And the
Yes.
one we differ on the most is the single of the year which one is it? It's
I forgot my list.
Oh no, I'm sorry, it's the duo of the year, because I picked Dan and Shay.
Right.
And the reason I picked them, I said, was because they did a song with Justin Bieber.
Right.
And I figured, if country music can accept and adopt Kid Rock, we can accept and adopt Justin Bieber. So I'm going to challenge you on that duo of the year. You think it's Brooks and Dunn, but I'm still holding out for Dan and Shay.
Well, we'll see what happens tonight, I guess.
That's right, we will.
All right. Well, Debbie Reynolds, always great to talk to you. Always great to see you. And
toast to you.
Thank you. You too. And we'll be watching the award show tonight at 7 o'clock on CBS, and we'll find out who won what, which one of us knows more about country music than the other, and then we'll talk about it next Wednesday. All right?
Sounds good.
All right. We'll see you later.